Namaste everyone. Welcome to our 29th World Yoga Festival and the 8th International Day of Yoga celebration. Today is our 13th day. Last 2 weeks we had beautiful events online and offline. Yesterday we had a yoga cruise. Approximately 300 people gathered for 5 hours cruise in the Hudson River. We met some of the new friends. We had little yoga class, discussion, satsangs, some music, dance. People were enjoying in the cruise. So today I thought just keep it open forum so people can have questions or comments. A lot of time we have special speakers and people don't have time to bring their voice. So we'll start the program with a prayer that is from Peter Rogina, the founder of the Peace Lights Project. Peter Rogina, floor is for you.
Namaste, everybody. And it's an honor to be here. Let us all bring our minds to one of the facets of yoga, the spiritual facet of yoga, the one that connects us to the one God, whatever we call God, Allah, Krishna, anything, often referred to in terms of light. And we try to get this connection to be active today so that we can have this to draw upon while we have this session and while we have the rest of the sessions this month. As we do this in gratitude, and we do this with the knowledge that we are all here celebrating yoga to be able to learn and to be able to propagate the goodness that comes along from learning and being educated and being close to God. With that, I thank you all. Namaste.
Thank you, Peter Rogina, for your wonderful prayer. Starting with prayer is an auspicious thing for a program. So today I thought good to bring little bits philosophy from Adi Shankaracharya, especially his writing Atmodesha Shatakam, or I'll say Atma Shatakam or Nirvana Shatakam. This is one of the rare sutras written by Adi Shankara, identifying himself, the Lord Shiva, and clearly explaining his theory of non-dualism. There's a story that one of his disciples started saying Shivoham like the Acharya without understanding its significance. The Acharya visited the blacksmith's house and happily drank 1 tumbler of molten iron and ordered the disciple to do so. Naturally, the disciple was not able to drink it. The Acharya told him that as for himself, the molten iron or ice cold water are not different because he has realized that he is no different from Lord Shiva. Until the disciple attains that state, there is no point in his repeating Shiva. Shiva means I am Shiva. It is in 6 stanzas. This is a way seeing in our training programs. Just close your eyes and observe your breath. Manobudhyahangaram chittani naham naja shostra jivhe naja grana netre न च व्योमभूमिर् न तेजो न वायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायु न वा सप्तधातुर् न वा पञ्चकोशा न वाक्पाणिपादं न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहो मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्तो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्द्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञः अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मृत्यु न शङ्का न मे जातिभेदः पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्यं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभुत्वाच्च सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां न च सङ्गतं नैव मुक्तिर्न मेय चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्. Meaning is, I am not mind, not intellect, nor ego, nor the reflections of inner self. I am not the five senses. I am beyond that. I am not the seven elements or the five sheets. I am indeed that eternal knowing and bliss, the auspicious love and pure consciousness. Neither can I be termed as energy, nor five types of breath, nor the seven material essence, nor the five sheets. Neither am I the organ of speech, nor the organs of holding, movement, or excretion. I am indeed that eternal knowing and bliss, the auspicious love and pure consciousness. I have no hatred or dislike, nor affiliation or liking, nor greed, nor delusion, nor pride or haughtiness, nor feelings of envy or jealousy. I have no duty, nor any money, nor any desire, nor even liberation. I am indeed that eternal knowing and bliss, the auspicious love and pure consciousness. I have neither merit nor demerit. I do not commit sins or good deeds, nor have happiness or sorrow, pain or pleasure. I do not need mantras, holy places, scriptures, rituals, or sacrifices. I am none of the triad of the observer or one who experiences the process of observing or experiencing, or any object being observed or experienced. I am indeed that eternal knowing and bliss, the auspicious love and pure consciousness. I do not have fear of death, as I do not have death. I have no separation from my true self, no doubt about my existence, nor have I discrimination on the basis of birth. I have no father or mother, nor did I have a birth. I am not the relative, nor the friend, nor the guru, nor the disciple. I am indeed that eternal knowing and bliss, the auspicious love and pure consciousness. I am all pervasive. I am without any attributes and without any form. I have neither attachment to the world nor to liberation. I have no wishes for anything because I am everything, everywhere, every time, and always in equilibrium. I am indeed that eternal knowing and bliss, the auspicious love and pure consciousness. This is the meaning of that chant. So, this is my experience when you go to different schools or teachers, go through different experiences in the spiritual path. We may stick with some religion or philosophies or traditions. Then sometimes we are not capable to get out from that attachment. We stuck there. Sometimes that is good in our life, sometimes it is difficult for the spiritual guru. So you see, Adi Shankaracharya is the first person brought all the spiritual teachings of India, I won't say India, Bharat, in one roof and promote Hinduism as it is now. Before it was more indigenous style. Each tribes had their own systems. It was not unified. After he brought the philosophies in one roof, he made four ashrams in different parts of India and start teaching four Vedas, each Veda in different school. That's the way it started. He born in Kerala, Kaladi. There is a conflict between people related with his birth time. I'll say closer to Jesus' time, I'll say. That's the way we can figure out. And he traveled all over Indian region, South Asian region, end up in Himalayas. Then still, this is the thing I heard, somebody told me, even his own people betrayed him. Then he left. He knows this is going to happen. And he left his body. When you look at Jesus' life and Shankaracharya's life, a lot of similarities are there. They both left their body before 35 years of age, but both established well around the globe through their own life experiences, how they show to the world. For my point of view, it doesn't matter is anybody coming from any part of the world, teaching any of the spiritual philosophies or practical lifestyle, they all are from the same universe. We may think Jesus is a Christian or Shankaracharya is a Hindu. Actually, they are beyond any of this stuff. They believe in universality. They live in universality. They teach universality. When followers comes, they create a separated style of philosophies or their masterhood. That is not a healthy way to teach to the new generation. You look around the globe now, all the technology itself shows the universality. Internet or even Zoom. We are using Zoom, and how many thousands of people work to have a system like a Zoom now. Around 20 years, technological people work hard to have an internet system from different countries. They created different technology and now come a unified form. That's the beauty about universal way of thinking and establishing things. So something is to learn from Shankaracharya from this Atma Shadagam, Nirvana Shadagam, because when you understand these 6 stanzas, that's the ultimate philosophy we can learn from all the masters. So it shows we have attachment towards our family, friends, our degrees, our house. And at the same time, we had to have or learn detachment to understand the universality. But still, we are living in this body. So very hard to live without attachment. Even thinking about God, it's itself an attachment. So what we'll do? So we stuck. Right? So we have to create our mind in that state. We live in this body, we live in this mind. So we have to do our duty. We cannot escape from that. Sometimes older people, they just lie down waiting for their death. They're just lying down and waiting for the death. Death won't come. It has its own time. So we don't have to think about the birth or death or any other stuff. We do our duties and continue our process. Life will go. That's the idea. So I thought it is very important to have a discussion on universality or universal spirituality in the yoga festival. Remember in 2009 when I went to Portugal for the International Day of Yoga celebration. Before UN acknowledged International Day of Yoga, we had these celebrations long time. So they asked me to speak. I said, I don't have anything to speak other than chanting Nirvana Shadagam. That will cover all the religion, the philosophy and spirituality. So I just chant that too. And so a lot of people, a lot of students, they never heard about Nirvana Shadagam at all, but they are yoga teachers. Then they adapted Nirvana Shadagam in the training programs. And some schools, they don't like Shankaracharya. I don't know what's the issues. But I see something special in his life to learn about it. How he born it, how he became a sannyasi, how he experienced a family life through entering in another person's body, and he's getting the victory on philosophical contest. Yeah. Became a Guru, and how he handled situations with his disciples and own people, those who betray him. He faced all different phases and hurdles in his life. And he knows somebody is going to give him poison. He took it and he left. So that very clearly shows he's beyond any of this material lifestyle. It's beyond that. Same thing with the Jesus we can see. He knows people are going to betray him. Still, he went through that process and left the body. They both were able to transform from their body to another body, or they can lift their bodies in all the cities they had. And see, after they passed away or left their body, people start believing them. When you look at other religious groups or philosophical groups, they didn't achieve like Jesus or Shankaracharya. You can see that universal nature is already there. And they didn't think about any business world. They think about to create a spiritual world. So they're born in that particular spiritual nature or universality. That's why they can absorb it very well. Otherwise, they cannot. So I'm going to open up the floor for Q&A. Let us see who are here. I see Rajbhai is here, Reverend Bihari, Gabriel, Sujita Walsal, Peace Lights, and David Prasad Sharma. Yes, Rajbhai.
Namaste everyone. I'm walking in Chinatown. I have to make a court filing, so I'm going to the court. So anyway, I heard your comments about Shankaracharya and Jesus. I think same thing with Prophet Muhammad, that he knew people his own family will betray and a lot of violence. The Shia-Sunni split happened there. Wherever you look at it, I mean, sometime these holy people's life ended in tragedy, but their teachings lives on.
Right.
So, I mean, universal teaching that everyone is one. We have to be respectful of each other's feelings. We have to send out positive vibes. Always look at the positive. Always look at his glass as half full, not as half empty. I mean, those things must be reinforced. Yesterday we had that yoga cruise.
Hey.
Interesting thing was that Guruji was able to have the Muslim brothers and sisters take part in the yoga activity. So it was not a religious conflict. They readily embraced and they acknowledged that body health is equally important, like the mental health. So that was a unique experience yesterday. You see all these Muslim brothers and sisters on the cruise, shaking their feet, shaking their hand, inhaling, exhaling, rolling their eyes. It was quite a remarkable experience. And then, just being on the cruise, seeing the nature, water, all the tall scrapers, man-made beauty versus nature-made beauty. So always think of Creator, give glory to him or her, whoever you believe, doesn't matter. Paths are many, goal is one, self-realization, Atmic awareness, all same concepts repeats in a different terminology, different wording. The whole idea is be alike to everyone. don't hurt anyone. So as Brother Oneness, I try to live the teaching. Of course, Guruji is such a great inspiration. He's always about inclusion, not exclusion. And then bringing out the best in everyone. That's what Guruji does. So hats off to him. Again, enjoy the rest of the discussion. I may not be able to be on the video. I try to listen to it. God bless everyone. From Chinatown, New York City. God bless.
Thank you, Rajbhai, for your remarks and comments. I like to invite Devi Prasad Sharma ji. Are you able to put video? Or? Yeah.
Sir, good morning, sir. I'm Devi Prasad from Hyderabad, India.
Oh, great.
A couple of times I have seen you in YouTube and other things. So maybe if I am correct with Guru Swami Buva Guru, I think I've seen in Facebook also a couple of times. Based on that, I just given my request for joining in Zoom, but I was not successful in last 2-3 times. But it is very wonderful. I joined some 20 minutes back. You have made very good summary of Adi Shankaracharya's. Many people who are in yoga community, they think it is a different path. But Adi Shankara is known mostly for Advaita and knowledgeable basis. But you made the beautiful connection of both things. I mean, I would like to listen from you more than, because I am not a very, recently, although I had interest, but I was in this path last 20 years, but not that extent where I can speak little more words about, but I'm an enthusiast and follower of since my childhood. But you are making India's glorious things. From New York, I think you are based in New York, no? It's very nice, sir. Once again, pranam to you, sir. And thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for joining. So, same link for entire month, okay? Until 30th?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tomorrow we have peace event.
Sir, can I ask you something, sir? Your things are available on YouTube also, sir?
This will put it on YouTube after the recording.
Okay.
Yeah, every day's program we put it in YouTube.
No, that YouTube name will be like your
Dileep
name.
Kumar Tangapan. Yeah, usually.
Dileep Kumar
Tangapan.
Tangapan. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, even if you put Guru Dileepji, that's also come.
That is. Right. Thank you, sir. I was you gave me a chance to speak to you. You are a very master and learned man and evolved man. I think I'm very happy and thanks for giving me the chance to speak to you. Thank you. If I come to New Jersey, my children are there. I would like to visit New York.
Meet me. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I will try.
I'm in Manhattan.
But Swami Guru Buvaji, actually, that was a link, I think. Our Guru used to say, our Guru is Anandmurti Guruma.
Oh, yeah, I know her.
Of her.
I know her.
She extensively quotes. I think because of that, I got in touch with you.
Yeah, she got Swami Buva's contact number through me.
Yes, sir. Yes. Through you only. Very nice. Okay. I am follower of her since 20 years. In last session also, she was speaking on Upanishad. She extensively quoted about him and he is very inspiration for us. I think when I was looking for it, I seen you also that time. That is the reason I'm very happy to see you in person.
Yeah, I visited her ashram in Haryana in 2007. Swami
very nice.
was staying with him. So he asked me to visit because I had a program at the Kerala house. So I went there for a day.
Okay. So, but I think it appears to me that you made this spiritual surgeon from a very young age. I think you are very lucky. I think.
And parents had this nature. So I was able to enter in different spiritual groups.
Yeah. You are a blessed.
And I moved with different masters.
And particularly, I have also that affinity from Kerala you are. And Adi Shankara is definitely, he is a world renowned leader.
The river, he took the sannyasa that is running in front of my property.
Oh, hey, very coincidence. So definitely you, and I think you are living at that era also. I think you are taking rebirth. Definitely we have been in his lifetime also, I think.
Correct.
Otherwise is the last previous births Kanya karma or Punya karma only can give this. Otherwise, thank you, sir. Thank you once again for pranam to you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Sujita Vasa.
Namaskar, Guruji.
Namaste.
It's my pleasure to join you all and listen to you. Always Advaitvad and Vishishta Advaitvad are two things which always attract me. I talk about spirituality. And definitely we should not be enclosed to our boundaries. That was my viewpoint, and you said the same thing. I can resonate in your thought process. So it's nice to be here. Universalism is very much important. And definitely when we look beyond the physical identities and when we can think about it as a soul, yeah, we will unite, and then the word yoga will be reinvested. Your blessings are a God's gift for us. So being with you is a blessing. And definitely we'll do good things for the world. We'll protect the nature. And as you said, all religions tell us that we should be in coexistence with the nature. We should be harmonious, and that we should do. And I would ask few questions if we'll have time. Gabriel is there. I can listen to him, and Rajbhai was there, and I could see the images of your cruise event as well. Here the connectivity is very low. That's why I was not being able to join you all, but I can listen all over on your YouTube channel and all. Thank you for giving me a chance to speak to you. Pranam.
Thank you.
Greetings to all.
Reverend Bihari.
Oh, I just got back from driving. I don't know. Let me relax for a few minutes. I want to settle my mind here.
Okay, Gabriel.
Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Wonderful gathering once again. Nothing to say right now. I'm just listening and absorbing. Beautiful as always, Guruji.
How was your experience yesterday with all the cruise members?
Wonderful, very refreshing. It was a chance to reacquaint and to open, to connect and to bridge some gaps that somehow the connections reignited. They turned back on. They opened up. It was a beautiful experience. At the moment, no words.
Like a day before yesterday, we had a graduation ceremony with the Generation Peace Academy. Reverend Chris knew about that. So over 500 people joined in that meeting. A lot of the students are my yoga students. Usually once in a year I go and teach 3 days yoga, meditation, and some philosophies, question and answer. When I spend time with the youth, I go to the level of their style. I became a youth. That's how I interact. So they like that part. And they have so many questions that they don't want to ask to their parents. I give them freedom to ask. I can ask any question. Whatever I know, I'll say. Otherwise, if I don't know, I'll ask them to explain. We have a good interaction. Because in the spiritual path, there is no differentiation between people or age limit. They can ask questions. If they can understand, they're lucky. That's the way I'll say. We share different experiences, but some people cannot understand right away. It will take time. Some people pick up very fast. Yes, Prasadji.
Sir, it is you are doing a marvelous thing actually to connect with the youth only, the need of the hour. Our Upanishad culture, I think it is only great dialogue, debate only between Guru and Shishya. I think you are maintaining that true Vedic spirit. Thereby, it is correct, sir. I mean, I don't know, but it is very, very hearing from you. Such things are very nice. I mean, we can hope that mankind will go and sustain with the young generation following these beautiful things in their life. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your words.
So, because I know my own life, it was with the people, not in the book. Even though I had a library with 1,000 books, so from childhood I read things. And I like more stories, life stories.
Yes, sir. Your experience is not available in Google or in books. So that your experiential thing you are sharing with youngsters is more immenseful, more attractive, and more effective to the mankind. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Then when I left India, I gave all of this book to Literacy Mission of Kerala. When Kerala chose Literacy Mission in my district, I was working for the literacy campaign for 3 years. I was in college that time. To spend every day, go to different people's houses. Older people, they don't know how to read and write. 80 years, 90 years, like that. So we teach them how to read and write. So after 1 year, they start reading newspaper and see how happy they are. They used to tell other people to read. So one person will read the newspaper. All the older people sit there and listen. That's the way it was. Even radio is not that popular those days. Only some people can buy radio. They don't have enough money to buy. Like a telephone was not there. Car is not there. In the town, maybe a few telephones at home. That's the lifestyle they had. Now everybody has their own cell phone, car, and all this stuff. And we teach them how to sing and dance too. We have some cultural programs too. So until 10 o'clock night, I'll spend time with them. We start at 6 o'clock for 4 hours. Sometimes we put cultural programs for them. Bring all the people, students, their families. So we encourage them to study. Then that became 100% literacy in my district. And Kerala government took that as a model for the state. Within 5 years, Kerala became 100% literacy. It's not perfectly 100%, at least 90%. But they announced as 100%. Then the government of India took that as the model. So these are not easy work. A lot of time, though, so many ashrams or orphan NGOs, they do work for namesake, not for the real cause. To show we are doing this. A lot of spiritual leaders take photos with the poor people and give them some fruits or some clothes. They take a photo and say, we are doing great work. For us, we don't do any of this stuff. Not our thing. We do. Each members in our group, they do different things. That's the beauty of the thing. And we do public events. And we do partnership events. But our style is totally different than other groups. We think spiritual nature should be universal. Doesn't matter Indian or Western or African or Middle East We all are divine chosen being on this earth to celebrate our life. That's the way it is. Short life between the first breath and the last breath. That's the beauty of our life in this body. And after that also we have a life. So we don't want to stuck with only this life. Yeah. So even I spend time with the older people. In my childhood, I spent a lot of elders. That's the best experience I had in my life. I didn't waste my life for unnecessary stuff. So learn things from elders. And now these days, people stuck with the colleges and universities. They go and pay monies, millions of dollars they spend for their education. In the end, they don't know how to calculate mathematics. That's the situation. So that has to be changed. Right? So when medical system and the educational system coming under dollar or a currency rupees as a business, it will destroy a person's education. It's so sad to say that one, but I had to say that one. Otherwise, people will blame me later. Yeah, I see this one. Even sports, we have school and college sports. Children want to go for programs, and they have allotment for their activities, and money won't go to that person. In every single department, we see this type of commission-based activities for the public. And elected officials sometimes they ignore public life. You know, they think everything in business. That's not correct. Even spiritual leaders are like that. You know, that has to be changed. When we serve as a spiritual being, or a spiritual servant or a leader, whatever it is, our duty to serve. And students or those who are following, they have to make sure those who are leading the programs, they are safe, they are in good health. That is their duty. That is Guru Shishya Parampara or relationship. Once we break it, it will destroy everything. So that's a path, everybody growing together. That's the way it is. As I saw Gabriel raise the hand.
Since you had the courage to mention the money factor of unfortunately, it's not just the money; it's also the agendas for the people who want specific friends and buddies and their own limited group of people to be successful and destroy the rest of the people because they feel that they're somehow superior or somehow they only want the people in their immediate group to have the benefits. And it's the exclusivity aspect that's not just about exclusivity by itself, but there's a major agenda that's represented as miseducation, but there's a unwillingness for the education to reach the masses. And it's become an agenda to such an extent that even money is no longer just the main influence of that. And it's represented in all of the caste systems and all of the hierarchical structures in medicine and education and all of these things. And Guruji, forgive me, because I don't mean to sound like I'm not trying to come from a place where I sound like but I just wanted to share that,
Right.
you know.
You're correct about it. See, that is ignorance. I'll say spiritual ignorance. They don't have a foundation of spirituality. That's why they are doing like that. Yeah. You see, so many times you go to diplomatic places, they ignore religious leaders or spiritual leaders. You know, actually, why they are doing, they are scared. They know they are doing wrong things, so they are scared. Wearing a particular cloth won't bring any spirituality. You know, only humans wear clothes. attire, religious attire. Do you think any animals are wearing any special cloth? Are they going to higher education in Ivy League colleges? They learn from the universe, right? From the earth. They connect with the universe. They behave better than human beings. That's the way it is. Yeah. So we pretend we are spiritualists. That's a problem. We don't have courage to live in the spiritual life as a divine being. We want to control things which we are not under any control, because the universe is controlling us. You know? Instead of controlling, we have to let it go with the universal flow of nature, right? That's the best way. Even I cannot control my emotions, so how I'll control other people? What an ignorant way we think. Yeah? I say spiritual ignorance. They don't have the foundation. Doesn't matter which religion or which traditions people have. If you try to control somebody, means it's ignorance. They are not well developed in their path. Those who develop or developing in their path, they behave totally different. I will say nobody is going to develop for final, because this life is very short. So we are developing each moment. We are traveling in the spirituality in every single moment. Some people may attain more experience. Some people may slow. The path is slow. Some people will get confusions. They're stuck where to go, right or left or straight or backwards. They don't know what to do. That's the time we enter, help them to grow, right? Yes. Prasadji.
Guruji, if you permit, I would like to share
Sure.
what I heard, our Guru also. I mean, in the context while you are talking, I remember recently, she told me that the parents normally in Indian context, very well. We think the children are our absolute authority. We have to exercise control. They think they are by you. I mean, the parents think the children can be controlled by the parents themselves. But she quoted somebody, parents are not by the you. Children are not by parents.
Right.
Through parents. She has defined that or quoted the children are through the parents only, not by parents.
Correct.
So there is a difference. So you rightly said, Guruji, we cannot control our own senses. So there is no meaning of controlling the others. But we can submit, I think, submit to a certain extent, then try to change the world. I think, because but I have a doubt, can I ask Guruji?
Yeah.
But if you keep trying, telling others, what extent we can tell, because I have my experience in the spiritual, I tell others, they don't listen. But how far we can go in propagating our tradition or Vedic values, whether we try once and leave it, or you have a lot of experience in molding the people's life, and what is the role of as a colleague, or that some good thing is there you want to share with others, like in WhatsApp always you forward these good things, but what is the point in one's life? He has to come on his own, or what extent one can try? Okay.
Yeah, just think about a tree is growing, right? Somebody throw a seed to the soil and trees start to grow. And if there's no proper fertilizers there, it will destroy, or the proper water or sun. And we don't want to put a chemical fertilizer there, it will destroy the tree too. So we need a natural resources. And if it is all the astrological time is perfect, it will grow. Like so many seeds are there, and some trees will grow very well, some won't. So nature has its own way. So for us, we propagate continue our work. Some may take it and grow very well, some may not. Like sometimes we have a child, we take care of the child, when they get old, they go their own way. Even they ignore parents. I see this one a lot. Ignore parents. So that means child don't have the spiritual value or teaching in the mind.
Yes. True. Very, very apt answer. Correct.
But
Right answer.
as a
Even for
parent,
spiritual. Yes.
yeah, as a parent, we had to think child is not ours. Child is universal. Thank God you gave me a child. That way I can become a parent.
Even this applies even for coming to spiritual line also. Many times parents only will object. I think the child himself will grow and take the path. In many cases, you observe in the world, people will not encourage a person to become sannyasi so easily. It is also maybe destiny.
This is the thing. Sannyasa is not a spiritual growth. Sannyasa is a path to restrain from some problems and go very fast, because we have limited access to certain things, right? That's the only thing. We don't need any sannyasa or reverendhood to become a spiritual being. We don't need any of it. Some people will take that path. They want to be single. They want to focus on their work. Fine. Some people have their married life, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, but still they are spiritual beings. Sometimes they do better than other people.
Yes. We have such examples in like Vasishtha and so many people. Yes.
And universe gave us life as a male or a female for a purpose. We cannot ignore that. We cannot just suppress that one. Even I see great spiritual leaders, those who are monk or nun, whatever, they do all the sexual stuff. I met so many of them. So they pretend I am a monk. There's no point of that. Better be genuine. I always acknowledge people, those who have families, children, and still they promote spirituality. They are the divine beings than anything else. It's a hard work because handling families is so much work there. So they do very well. So we had to acknowledge that. Yes, Sujita.
Guruji, one question I have to ask. When you have telepathy, you have a high intuition. People say meditate more, that you can develop it. But does developing your intuitive power helps other? Sometimes you are having an intuition which relates you to some of your past life or something like that. So should you work upon developing that intuitive power, or just ignore it and move forward in your present life stuff?
So, intuition is part of the spiritual development, I'll say. You take a particular spiritual practices and slowly you get this ESP power, right? Develop. Or you start getting siddhis, different things. But actually, all of these are the waste product of spiritual growth. Waste products. But waste products are also divine thing. You put all the garbage in a box and you throw it out every day, right? Or in a bag, you throw it out. But that garbage is fertilizer for plants. So that garbage is also useful for the universe. Nothing garbage in the world. Right? So that's the concept we had to take it. But we cannot eat garbage, but other animals eat garbage. For them, that garbage is divine food. For us, no. That we made in certain way. Other plants and animals made in certain way. So we have to acknowledge that one. Because we all are in a web chain, right? interlinked different ways. So that's a mentality we should have. Okay, if we have a intuitive mind is developing, great. But you don't know how to misuse that ability. That's a concept we had to have. I remember Swami Bua used to live very close to my workplace. I was running rock climbing center in Manhattan. It's like 2 blocks walking. So sometimes I feel I had to go and see him. When I reach in his apartment, I see the door is already open. He's standing in front of the door and waiting for me. He didn't call me. He didn't send anybody. This is intuition, right? It's connecting. That's a real satellite, you know. Then he asked me, did you get my message? So I said, I got your message. That's why I'm here. And when he became sick, somebody, his relatives brought him to the hospital in Bangalore. I woke up in the morning. I said, I want to call. Then I call his son-in-law. Said, how is Swamiji doing? Oh, everything okay. After a few hours, I got a phone call. He's in the hospital from someone else. But they didn't tell me. They don't want to tell me because they think I may worry or something like that. Same thing, after 1 month, he passed away. I called them in the early morning. They said, oh, he's in the hospital. They didn't say he already left the body. And after a few hours, somebody said, oh, somebody already left the body. I said, I felt that one, that's why I called them. But they didn't tell me. So these things will happen. So that is good. We got the message, you know. But that is not the ultimate. These are only a material lifestyle. And these will come and go. So any relationship, that is very clearly in the Nirvana Sharam saying, you know, all the relationships are okay, but you don't have to be attached with that one. That is not belong to you. But at the same time, it is belong to you because we are made of 5 elements, and their universe made of 5 elements. That means we are in the universe as a universe. We are part of the universe, right? So we had to understand what is our status in the universe. Because we are always part of the universe. Nobody can separate us from the universe. If somebody is trying to make us separate from their group, means they are against the philosophy of the universalism. They are not aware where they are, who are they. They don't know any of this stuff. We are not thinking about. A lot of time we think about this universality. Same time we'll forget things. That's why we want to do prayer, right? So we had to be always with God. But when some issues coming, we forgot about God at all. We won't think about God. You know, most of the time we'll think about God. Somebody's died. We heard the news. Then we'll thank God. Or we go to the church or temple, think about the God. But actually, we have to think about the God every moment. That's the way it is. Yeah? 24/7. That's the way it is. How come we can separate us from the God? We are living in the godliness, right? That's a human nature. But still, we had to work on it, you know. Yes, Gabriel.
Since you mentioned that, another thing, recently, I've been hearing it through the years, but this that there's no difference between Jnana and Bhakti, that one is complementary or supplementary to the other in such a way where they're almost practically inseparably linked or interchangeably the same thing and different, seen through different lenses or different aspects. In what way is that so? Because I've heard different things and it almost seems like there are different facets or different ways of explaining it, but in a practical sense.
So when you sing a bhajan in Sanskrit or English or Malayalam or Tamil or Hindi or Arabic, what is best? Actually, you are singing in your own language. If you sing in your own language, you understand, you enjoy much better. If you sing in another language, if you don't know the language, you say, what is going on here? Right? But
Only exception to that is sometimes when it's sung in Sanskrit. There's something about the way certain sounds or certain chants resonate so well with the vibration, better than English.
The frequency is different in Sanskrit chants, yes. But you just look at the musical notes, right? Musical notes don't have language like what we speak. It's totally different. Notes, right? That is universal. You know, when the sound comes, it will hit in our nerves very well. That is different. But same notes will affect different people in different ways. That's the thing I'll always say, we are not equal. Even though legally we are equal beings. You know, because that process in the body and the mind and the spirit is totally different. Unless we all reach in that state. You know. And that's the beauty of life. We all are different types of flowers in the garden. If all the flowers are same, we may look at the garden only once or twice, then you don't want to see it again. Yeah. The universe has its own way of understanding or bringing meaning of the life to us. So instead of ready to take that nectar, we just block it. Religion sometimes is an obstacle for this type of understanding. They make us to stuck here. Religions or religious teachings have beauty to understand things, and if you are not ready to continue the travel, you're stuck. Yeah. This is an unlimited nectar. Spirituality is an unlimited nectar. You are starting one point to another point. You had another life before you born, right? And you don't know where you are going to live after you pass away. You understand, unless you may not understand. Even you are in the spiritual path, you get some intuitions. We don't know that is correct or wrong. Yeah. That is not ultimate. That's called Maya philosophy. Maya can play different ways within ourselves. So we had to let it go. That's the best way. You know, traveling start. You're never going to end. You don't want to block yourself. You just keep the flow of nature to run. You'll run very well. Right. I saw Michelle Coles with the Niagara Falls there. Are you there? How it pronounced, Gabriel? Michelle or Michael?
Well,
Michelle.
yes, good day. How you doing, sir? My name is Michael Coles.
Michael, I have.
Yes.
Where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm from my mother, and before that, my dad.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Oh, I said you asked me where I was from.
Right.
I was from my mother, and before that, my father.
Correct. So that is
But I was
from the universe.
I was born, yes, in what is known as on Toronto Purchase Territory in Ontario.
Okay.
I currently live on Musqueam territory at the mouth of the Fraser River, was known as British Columbia, on the west coast right now.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but I apologize for, I don't have a camera.
Yeah,
with the
at least we
laptop.
can hear you. That's fine.
Broken, yes. Thank you.
Okay. Do you want to share any thoughts? Because it is so open forum, that's why.
Well, I do apologize for coming in a bit late here. Am I not? I thought it was 10 o'clock Pacific time, that it had been changed, that it was 10, but it's 7 o'clock and it's now 8:20.
Okay.
So
we are just discussing about the universal nature of spirituality.
Please say that once more.
Universal nature of spirituality. People believe in different faith, traditions, culture, but there's a universal way of thinking, right?
Okay. You're talking about belief systems?
Yeah, belief. Yeah, whatever you feel, why you believe in spirituality or not in spirituality. Some people are not believing in spirituality at all, but a lot of people are wonderful people. Yeah.
Yeah. Belief is the word belief is a construct. Mm-hmm. And it is based on learned perspectives. Mm-hmm. So I don't have any really beliefs in a way that restrict my natural flow.
Correct. So
that the universe has given me.
Yeah, that means you are in the flow of the universe. Yeah.
Yes. When I was growing up, I was in a construct of what is known as the religion of colonialism of the Catholic religion,
right,
and so forth. But I escaped from that singularity mentality at a young age in my teenager, and came to understand and know different perspectives from different people and ways of thinking and ways of knowing since then.
Right.
I'm quite adverse in different, what you referred to earlier in that construct of belief systems.
Right.
But I am a very accepting person.
Right.
I don't constrict myself to attachments,
right,
that are put in front of me. I've learned about Krishna. I've learned Tao, Buddhism, Zen, all of those constructs, Hinduism.
Right.
I have walked in many worlds in this one world, and I accept all, but I attach myself to none.
Right.
If I'm explaining myself in a good way for your understanding.
Right.
I focus more to the inside of my own self. And in that way, I can be as open to be able to accept things that come in my path, on my journey. I don't perceived to have judgments. I'm sort of a witness observer. You know, understand the construct of the witness and observer. I focus to take care of myself in my body as well as my mind. So I have a good connection between the two. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much a starting of a roundedness of my humanity. Right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good approach. I like that part because you already mentioned about Catholicism, but I think you still believe in Jesus. So there is a
I have constructs of separated myself from institutionalized control.
right.
Long time ago.
Okay.
If you want to ask me if I, instead of belief, if you want to ask me if I have a faith, right? I think that would be a more accepting word to be using, is because all humans, we have faith in something, right?
Correct.
You know, I have faith that you're not going to hurt me if I give you a knife and you stand beside me and I don't know you.
Right.
That comes with trust, right?
Right.
I trust everybody. My dad and my elders who grew me up taught me to, my dad explained to me about the 3-strike rule.
Right.
So say if you come upon in my path and you're doing something or being in a way that is either hurting me or restricting me or something that I don't like, then I must explain that to you and say, you know, hey, you know, I really don't like what you're doing, what you said to me and whatever, and have an understanding in a communication that way.
Okay.
And if you do it again, you know, I will say, you know, please, I'm sorry I didn't explain correctly, or maybe I didn't say it in a way for you to understand, but please don't do that again.
Right.
But then if you do it a third time, then it is very apparent that you are doing it on purpose.
Correct.
And so if you are doing this on purpose, there's two options. Either if you're doing something in a physical way, well, then I'm going to have to respond and knock you out. or I would just say, you know, please, you know, you have a nice life and you go that way and I'm going to go this way. There's 8 billion people that I can go and interact with.
Right.
And I'm not going to waste any more of my time on you. Why? So I'm in control of my way, my destiny. So I'm not going to waste it and allow you to be a vampire on my existence for whatever needs you have.
Right.
You could probably go and find that from someone else, but I would stop that and I would not entertain that from that on. And then that's it. You know, those are virtues of the different things that are taught by my elders growing up. You know, I'm not going to make judgment on you, you know, saying that, you know, you're a bad person or a good person, because there's really no such thing. We're all trying to be the best person we could possibly be, right? you know, some people don't know what love is, or they have a wrong impression of what love is because they were taught that's what love was. Example of that would be, say you grew up with an elder person or a parent or someone in a way where you were being abused and hit. Now, in some old school ways, and my elders of that, where they had a domination aspect, which came from that construct of what we talked about earlier, that European construct, that, they tell you, oh, love hurts. Oh, why are you hitting? Oh, I'm hitting you because I love you. I want to teach you the way to be. But it's not the responsibility of the adult to teach that person how to be, but only to guide them into an acceptance. Right? So that person who grows up with that physical abuse will only know that that is love. So then when they get older and they go into a relationship with other people and with a woman, they then turn around and take that generational trauma that they have been given, and they turn around and give it to someone else because that's the way they think love is.
Right.
So, these things can be changed because, again, these are perspectives. It is a perspective that that person was taught. So to overcome those kind of things, the best way to help someone to understand the difference is through compassion.
Right. Well said. Well said.
Thank you very much. But I don't follow any religious aspect, I'd say, as far as that, there is good in all things, and there is not so good in all things.
Right.
So in your journey, it's up to you to accept what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. Going back to my point earlier, there's many beautiful things from different cultures. Culture is all based on your locality of your existence, where you grow up, which comes from the land, right? The land is where your culture comes from, right? Your language, it comes from the land as well, and your place where you are. So it's a big world.
It is.
And everybody should see as much of it as they possibly can. The Mother Earth is so beautiful. I was in the travel business for 30 years. I've been around the world, and the best place for me, the first time I ever sat upon the top of a mountain at an early young age on the Rocky Mountains, is a place of home. That feeling of home. Everybody is searching for that home, where home is, right? So where you find your home is that feeling. It could be a place, or it could be with a person, or it could be, with an element, say water. Some people are, they feel at home with elements. So the journey is different for everybody, and that's the beauty thing, that to be able to allow people to make their journeys and to be accepting of people's journeys and so forth. And this is why I am here in this room with you. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate. It's a very important be with the nature. Raj Bhushan already said. And we are traveling. We don't know this cruise is going to which direction. No idea. They said, "Can you come and give a talk at the cruise. I said, okay, I'm going to bring two of my board members and see how it will work out. And when there are around 300 people are there, we all went inside a cruise. Cruise started and going in the sea, Hudson River, in the river, and circling around the New York City. So we are watching the Statue of Liberty and all the buildings. They are in the water. And it's very interesting. And actually we see the beauty of the city when you go outside the city and watch the city. When you live inside, you don't understand the beauty.
But you live in New York, don't you? Well, I want to, just on one note, I want to thank you. I have witnessed your movements for quite a while, and the work you do and so forth. And I want to thank you for all the good works you do.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Me too. What I witnessed, I feel happy that you're doing such work with people and so forth.
Yeah, I love to be with people. That's the way I grew up. My entire life with the people. And I keep my silence within myself. Even though I'm with people every day, I have my own way inside. And
well, you're very photogenic. I must tell you that.
That's very important to have attachment and the detachment together. Yeah. Otherwise, we cannot grow in the spiritual path. It's very hard.
Mm-hmm.
And as a human being, we are here to do something, so we have to do our work. That's a part of our life. Yeah. But still, we had to be in the secluded life, our own journey. We are with the people. When you spend time with the people, we are totally with the people, but we don't have enough time for ourselves to evaluate every single day. So that is needed to energize ourselves.
Well, one of my elders growing up taught me. I don't know if you've heard this. It's an old school saying. Just because you come upon something doesn't mean that you have to interact with it.
Okay.
Unless you can leave it in a better way than which you came upon it.
Right.
Then don't interact with it at all. In other words, your intention of what you think you might be able to do, if your own ego says that, hey, this would be better for this person,
right,
but you could do more damage to that person by interacting with it. Sometimes it's just best to leave things be, and to be an example, and and keep moving on. Nobody can change anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But you can always lead by example in a good way, so that's a very important lesson it's an old school lesson.
Thank you. Reverend Chris? Yeah.
I'm enjoying very much today. I'm getting lots and lots of spiritual energy. I was working hard all morning at at the church where my local bishop, who has worked in my hometown for 38 years, and I've only known him for 3 for my hometown.
Uh-huh.
That today I was painting the doors and the sidewalk, and so I was doing a lot of work today. And coming here, I feel very appreciated in everybody's stories and everybody's travels. That if, you know, I always, like when I was young, I loved to read the stories of Marco Polo and the travels that people make. And in that, you can carry what they have learned and put it onto you like clothing, put it onto you like energizing cloak. You know, the superheroes in the comic books all had certain kinds of capes and things like this. So we all carry that, we all share that. So I really appreciate everybody sharing today, because it really has helped me, energize me after I was completely exhausted from doing many things. So thank you, everyone. Other than that, I'm still gathering energy.
Thank you, Reverend Chris. I like to invite Reverend Dr. T.K. Nagagaki is here. T.K., are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Just 1 second. Oh, okay.
I like to share. Reverend T.K. led a program related with Swastika last day. I was in Barrytown. I supposed to be in the meeting. Suddenly, fire alarm came on, and the fire forces come. I cannot hear anything. I cannot enter the building. I stuck outside. The latter part they allow me to go inside, so I can go to the meeting and do a prayer. I escape from that problem. How was it, TK? Total program?
It was actually, yeah, very, very good actually. So I mean, probably so far we have different conference, you know, about the swastika, but this is probably the best one so far for me. Yeah, it's actually a lot of speakers are all good. I mean, you know, it's very inspirational. And then this time is really like a Dharmic tradition and also indigenous tradition, like Native Americans and then Bon tradition, you know, Bon like a Tibetan. So those are they're really wonderful way to bring it. You know, how important that those particular symbol is. Actually, I learned first time, you know, for the Tibetan Bon tradition. It's a different. It's not the Tibetan Buddhism, but so like they put the swastika right really underneath of when they're sitting, and even meditating itself is focused on the swastika too. So it's main focus on the meditations and also, you know, understanding and compassion and everything. So which was very interesting. And then Native American, our friends too, right? She comes so many times, Patricia, but I've never heard of her speaking about swastika before. So it was actually very interesting. So that was great. And so I just came here to say hello to you, and thank you very much for offering your prayer just in time, just on time, really. And so just appear the time that we are looking for you, and then all of a sudden just showing up. And yeah, perfect timing for everything. And and then also I just wanted to announce also the Manji things. You know, Manji.
How was it? You saw the movie, full movie, right?
Yeah, right now, actually, this is right now is probably one of the best way to watch this movie is because there's a Toronto what do you call it? The Lift Off Film Festival is going on right now until July 4th. And then so if you, I mean, of course, you know, and then the Manji is one of the selected ones, so it's going to be showing. The thing is, you can watch anytime. So meaning, yeah, so this is a very good deal. And then you can also watch other 82 films
Oh,
The same, so you don't have to pay any extra.
okay.
So, in a way you can enjoy all the other movies. It's a very good quality with the, online. And so
Can we live stream through our program?
I don't know. I don't think they can do that. I guess there's some kind of rule for the,
Okay.
the things, but then they have it's only actually $12. $12 for, I mean, you can watch 80 some film
Okay.
until 4th of July, basically. So yeah, it's a very good deal. The one thing is very difficult, sometimes a little questionable, is this the right the place to go? So but then it was very good. So maybe I can put in something.
Yeah, you put the
But
link.
so how's everything going for your?
Yeah, overall pretty good. This year we are putting special program for yogas and sports, because yoga exercise be part of the sports department in government of youth affairs and sports affairs. So we have around 20 students from 20 countries are going to compete.
Oh.
Yeah, that's going to happen online from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 15, 16, 17, and the final will be on 24th. And we'll have Congresswoman is going to speak on the 24th program. That will be the final.
Okay. So, that's great.
Yeah, we used to have really physical program.
Yeah.
Not like international way coming to the Zoom, So we are arranging that part. So different leaders from different countries are connecting that.
Sounds very
lot of work for that one.
Yeah. And are you going to have nuclear weapon things tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow. What is it? Monica is putting the program. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Same link, same time.
Okay.
Yeah, we are going to have that too.
Because Monica sent me some link. Link will actually the things tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
yeah, after this meeting, I'll update their name and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
The same link, So I'm putting the link from the 30th, so everybody can join easily. Otherwise, very hard. Once I put the link for today, then I change to next day, they block it. So I put the last day, then everybody can join. I learned something new.
And then also, are we going to have anything on the 21st?
21st is the yoga day. It's a physical event at the church center.
Church center, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm going to be there too.
Okay. So I am talking with the chaplain Dio and Dennis Cotto. They are in my committee to put the program.
Oh, okay.
So once finalize all the program, I'll make the flyer and send out. I make a basic one first. The thing is, I'm outside the city for other events, so I don't have enough time to focus on things.
Well, we'll be kind of busy too, I guess.
Yeah.
So
yesterday I came back evening. There's like around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Then start making flyer, and some phone calls came, delay everything. Then I am sleepy when I'm sending the flyer. So it's very hard. Sometimes we make mistake in the flyer and we cannot announce. Then I saw I made a mistake. I had to remove things and put it new.
Well, that's a lot of work to do, I guess, in a way.
But overall, pretty good. People from different countries are joining. That's the main thing we see in our festival. Europe, South America, Middle East, Asian countries, North America, from different organizations. Partnering itself is a big deal. Different culture, different faith, different language.
Oh yeah. It's always. And then I try to put it the link, but I'm looking for the link. So give me 1 second. But I'll send you the link for the what do you call it? The Toronto one is going on. And so finally I found it.
So yes, Remy.
Thank you. Irene.
Namaste, everyone. Peace and blessings to you all. Just stopped in quickly to say hello and to wish you a very good day. May God bless you all. May He enlighten your path, and whatever you set your heart to do, may God continue to guide you. And as we continue with these yoga events, let us, be thankful to God. Let us think of other people and, all those around us. And thank you again, Brother Dileepji, for putting this program together. God bless you all. Namaste.
Thank you. Remy, could you send a copy of your driving license? I want to fill out the form for the event.
Sure.
Send to my email.
Sure, no problem. All right, everyone. I'm in another meeting at my university, so we have a break, and I, stop by quickly to say hello. So I'll see you maybe tomorrow or later. When are you ending this program today?
Today we'll finish by 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a meeting
All right.
in the afternoon, so I have to go.
Okay, so see you tomorrow, everyone. God bless you all.
Thank you, Remy.
All right.
Gabriel, anything else to? Oh, and TK was I sent the link. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I sent that so you can see. And then also, actually, there's one. If you are, I'm not too sure how to do this, but then there is a one thing is showing at the theater in New York City, and East Village. That's coming up June 25th, 6th, 26th. I just put the information so far that I got, but that's something different. But that's the physical part, I think. Because I wasn't sure that's just the information that I received from the film person directors, so I'll just share with you. That's in a Crane Theater and in East Village of Manhattan, so you can watch that there as well.
I saw Michael put a link, World Yoga Day Niagara. Is that Indian consulate people are going to join in that one, Michael?
Say that again about joining.
I saw you put a Facebook page, World Yoga Day Niagara.
Oh yeah. That was you had responded in things that
okay.
related to the community consciousness of yoga and everything. I put there as well and so forth. So you had also responded the other day.
Yeah. Okay.
To that. You had brought up earlier on the 21st about that. So we have a very good community of diversified yoga practitioners and in Niagara on the Canadian side. So it's always something that I like to make people also aware of as well. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I know in Indian consulate people are going to one of the event in Niagara. So they asked me. I said I cannot go that far because all the events are running around every day. I am in tri-state area running around. So somebody will go from there. But,
yeah, it's like I said, there's quite a mix of practitioners in the Niagara region and so forth. So, but it is something that needs to be more of in the area because there's a lot of people who are suffering from physical ailments and other trauma-related, especially with our youth and so forth, and our indigenous community as well too. so forth. We like to promote it as much as possible in the Niagara region, and the health and wellness of the body and mind and spirit. So,
great. Anything else to announce?
Not I have to prepare a lot of things now. So, but then the August is, yeah, one thing probably hope you be aware of the August in New York's August 5, probably normally 5, and then August 8 in here. But then of course Japan time is August 6 and August 9th is Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day coming up soon. And then especially like nuclear weapons, we're talking about pretty much a lot of things going on from Russia's and statements and, all the experiments and so forth. I mean, the testing and cases, all those things are getting a little bit too much right now. So I think, and then also during the time of in August, there is the NPT conference. Preparation treaty, the discussion is going on during those time. So I think many of us, like including Monica, and we try to do something together, something meaningful for that on that day. So hopefully maybe you can ring the bell. I mean that UN bell.
She mentioned to me. I want to see how they'll react. I'm going to see some of the people this week.
Oh, is that right? Please, because the bell is donated, but then bell should be. It's not just representing the UN is the only official first people should be ring the bell, but rather.
Thing sometimes when they give to the public, they may destroy the bell. That's why they try to protect, but still they can work with the NGOs and do things.
Yeah, because from the aspect of the Buddhism, that the bell should be rung. Otherwise, why it's not just the decoration. The sound itself is the one bring the peace, right? So if you're not ringing the bell, then the no meaning of the bell itself. So I think from the only once a year or twice a year possibly ring the bell is a little bit too we probably need more peace bell in one way too. So at least some of the things like this time, even during that conference, NPT conference going on, so this is a really most appropriate time to even ring the bell. So hopefully they'll do some kind of way to for us to do something.
I'll tell our committee. I'm one of the 18 people.
Yeah, congratulations. I put the congratulations for that too, I guess, in your Facebook, I believe.
I'll let them know and see how we can talk to them and figure out.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah. So, Chris, what do you want to say?
20-some years ago, I wrote a song. It was called "Do You Hear the Bells Are Ringing?"
Oh, yeah.
And so that really brought up inside of me. Someday I'll sing that song for everyone.
Yeah. Sing.
Oh, yeah. So even like right, maybe in August, maybe we could organize something, an interfaith walk.
We can
invite the people who think of the prayer for the peace and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe even like August 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, or maybe do something every day too, possibly. But yeah, I don't know if you have any thoughts, and we can work together too. Those things.
Because 21st we'll see Chaplain and Monica and you, or then we'll figure out.
So maybe at that time we can discuss more on the meetings too.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah. So Chris, sing your song.
Hear the bell. What was the title again? Sorry. Ringing.
Can you hear the bells are ringing?
Oh, can you hear the bell ringing? Okay.
Ding dong.
But not only that, it's the bell of within your own self to the cosmos, the bell within you and your spouse, the bell within you and your family, and with you and all the communities all around the world. So it's a universal bell that rings and resonates with each other.
Oh, sounds good. Yeah. So we can hope we can do that together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Same here, Reverend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We are going to. Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you going to sing it?
Now?
Oh, that'd be nice. We can. You forget already?
No. I'm not ready at the moment to sing it.
Okay.
I
So-
want to sing it with my guitar and music
Oh, like
and
that.
everything.
Then
Yeah.
put another day. Okay. I got it.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
another day.
You can
Okay.
come back tomorrow, right?
No, tomorrow. Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll wind up for today. Oh. Loga samasta sugino bhavantu. Loga samasta sugino bhavantu. Loga samasta sugino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste everyone. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Same link, same
Thank
time.
you so much. Thank you.
Peace and love.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Good day.